we are going to discuss the sliding filament theory of muscle contraction. Here we are taking two lines called Z lines. On both sides of Z line we can find a structure called actin filament like this. So these are the two Z lines we are taking, or we can observe actin filaments on both sides of each Z lines. So this is second actin filament, and this one third actin filament. We are taking one more actin filament like this. Okay, then so this is the first Z line, and this is the second Z line, and these are the actin filaments. These are the actin filaments. Then between two actin filament we can observe another structure called myosin filament. This is the myosin filament like this. So between two actin filaments, these are the actin filaments. Between two actin filaments we can observe another structure called myosin. These are the myosin. So this one is the myosin. Okay, and the portion or distance between two Z line is called sarcomere. This is the sarcomere, and this sarcomere is the structural or functional or contractile unit of muscle. The distance between two Z line, or the portion between two Z line, is called a sarcomere, and this sarcomere is the structural or functional or contractile unit of muscle. Then the distance from one end of myosin, this myosin, the distance from one end of myosin to the next end of myosin is called A band. This one is the A band. So A band means the distance from one end of myosin to the next end of myosin, and the distance between two actin filament, the distance between two actin filament is called H band. So here we are taking two Z line. In each Z line, on either side of Z line we can observe a structure called actin filaments, and between actin filaments we can observe myosin filament, and the portion between two Z line, the portion between two Z line is called sarcomere. This sarcomere is the structural or functional or contractile unit of muscle. Then the distance from one end of myosin to next end of myosin, one end of myosin to next end of myosin is called A band. The distance between two actin filaments is called H band.